Hello and welcome back to Star Control 2 Hardcore Challenge. It's been a little while since I made an episode. It's been about, I think, probably about 10 days now. But there's been a lot going on over the last 10 days. It's been Christmas. We've been very busy. All of us have been very busy. And I probably could have got an episode out probably before Christmas happened. But I didn't get around to it. But here I am again. We're coming up to the end of the year. Well, it's probably going to be... Well, no, not quite. It's probably going to be New Year's Eve when this goes out. So, it's going to be New Year coming up. 2017, 2016. It's been interesting. And I'm sure 2017 is going to be just as weird. So here we are in Mycon space. We're at Delta Scorpi. This is a little bit confusing, but I'll explain afterwards once we talk to these guys.
Juffo-Wup is the hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void. The source of Juffo-Wup is at 629.1 by 220.8. We are the Mycon.
Man. Okay, let's just go.
Spore lands, finds nourishment in decay, and soon attains maturity. In turn, it exhales a cloud of new life, 1,000 spores. Each lands, finds nourishment in decay. So progresses Juffo-Wup. Juffo-Wup fills my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Well, this is a shame because we've got a lot of Mycon coming up and we're going to have to destroy every single one of them. But I think we can do that with the Pekunk. Well, we can do it with the Pekunk. Basically, we're doing the old tactic of going in with one crew and... Wow, brilliant. Going with one crew and we are... well, there we go. See, we've already done it. We've already got a full complement of crew again. So we've just basically regained 7 crew as long as we come out of this fight alive. The idea of just going in one crew is that at least you never lose crew in these battles with the Pekunk. You always come out with at least as much as you came in with, but most of the time you gain a bit of crew. But you've got to survive the fight, and that's the difficult bit, because sometimes these fights can be a little bit annoying, because, you know, I never played with the Pekunk really that much before. They are pretty good. I mean, as you can see there, they do a lot of damage very quickly. But in the original game, I didn't even know how to get Pekunk ships. I don't even know if I ever had a Pekunk ship in the entire game, because I didn't know you had to go and get them from the Pekunk. I thought that maybe... Because you didn't really have a proper alliance with the Pekunk. They didn't really give you any plans for their ships to use at the starbase. You actually have to go to their home world and get them. And I didn't know about that. I think I might have had, like, a Pekunk ship for, like, a tiny amount of time at the end of the game when the Yay hat came at the end, but I can't really remember if I used it or not. I can't really remember much about the original series actually, but well, that seems to be the case. I keep trying to remember about it during this series, and I just seem to be able to recall absolutely nothing. But anyway, let me just explain why I was saying that this episode is a bit weird. This episode, when I record these episodes live, okay, I basically have a list of things I need to do. Okay, so at this point in the game, on the list it said Delta Scorpi, Planet 1. Probably to go and get biodata. Well, yeah, it is to go and get biodata. But for some reason, I just completely forgot. I literally got really close to the planet and just flew right past it. And you're gonna see that in a minute. So, what I might do is cut out some of these fights because they're basically like there's no point to these fights. I basically just totally waste my time in this star system. So I might get rid of a few of them, but you know, these fights give me a bit of time to just sort of chat about what's going on. Because it's been a little bit of time. It's been 10 days. You know, even that feels like a long time. You know. Oh wow, brilliant. I get annoyed watching my fighting sometimes because I do these stupid little moves. Where I'm a little bit ambitious, but no, I think the best strategy with the Pekunk is literally just drilling in from behind while the Mycon are trying to re-heal. That seems to be something that the AI does. Is it sort of tries to move away from you, re-heal, and then it has no energy left, and that's when you can go with the Pekunk and take them all out. You know, which is pretty good. But yeah, so what's happened? Well, we've had Christmas. That was fun. That's pretty much it, really. We've just had Christmas. Did a lot of stuff for Christmas. I got a really... someone sent me... I don't even know who it was, really. It didn't have a name on it. Probably one of my friends sent me a Satsuma. That was quite nice. I had that. It was still in date. It was still like ripe, so that was quite nice. I ate that, and I also got some really weird stuff. That's what happens at Christmas. Sometimes you get like the odd good present, and you just get a load of weird stuff. That, like sometimes, Christmas especially, you get presents from people who don't really know you, like that well, or well enough to sort of know about what you enjoy, and so you sometimes get these presents which just are totally strange, and that happened loads of times with me. It's happened more recently as well. But yeah, I got a few good things. What did I get? I got this weird over here. I got this weird USB powered mini fridge, which is pretty cool. I can open it. I can put like a drink in it. It's great. That's about it. That was a pretty good present. What else did I get? I got a set of the expansion pack to Settlers of Catan. It's called Cities and Nights. That's pretty cool. We tried to play that. It just took it's like 11 hours to finish one game. If you've heard of Settlers of Catan, it's not as well known as like Monopoly or anything, but it's a good game actually. It's a really good board game. I don't think it's known about enough. Like we play it all the time, but the rules are really crazy confusing, especially with this new one. Jeez, and the games just, as I say, just take absolutely ages now. But it's really good fun. I'm trying to think what else I got. It's only just under a week ago, and I can't even remember half the stuff I got. But it was good. It was really good. Nothing Star Control related, unfortunately. But never mind. Maybe next year or whatever, I'll get a copy of Stardock Star Control from someone. That'd be good, wouldn't it? But yeah, there we go. That was Christmas. What else have we done? I'm going back to university in 2 weeks, so we can try and churn out a few more of these episodes before I go away. As I said, I think I said this already, but when I'm at university, there's just no hope in hell that I can get any of these episodes out. So I think I'll try to get a few more episodes out of this. I'm definitely going to finish the series. It's just the series is going to take some time to finish, that's all. And then I think I get back in about March 12th or something. My terms are really, really short. They're like 8-week terms. It's really good. Come back and I will get, as many episodes done as I can. Might be able to finish the series then, actually, because I think I estimated roughly that we're going to need about 25 to 30 episodes of this. Wow, brilliant. That was a good bit of piloting there. But yeah, we're going to need about 25, 30 episodes, so we might get close to finishing it in March, April. And if not, then we'll finish it in June-ish. We'll just finally get it done, because it'd be awesome to get this finished, because as not many people have done this challenge before. So it'd be nice to be one of the people who have done it. There are other challenges in this game we talked about before. Don't know if I'm going to deal with them, because first of all, by the time this is finished, the Stardock game will nearly be out, and I'm sure there are other stuff I'll probably need to be doing as well. So, but no, this game is awesome. So we'll definitely finish this. I promise. I make a promise to you. I've made a lot of promises in the last couple of years that I do plan to stick to, but at the same time, they're going to be tough to stick to, or at least they're going to be very long-term activities. Another one is that I promised. I'm making a Minecraft mod at the moment, and I promised that I would finish it or update it. That's going to be quite tough with all the stuff going on at the moment. But I will do it. To anyone who's happens to be watching this and all of that stuff as well. Oh my god, 5. I hate it when there's 5 ships. It's the worst. I don't know what the percentages are. I'm pretty sure I remember there being a sort of certain percentages, like 2 or 3 ships are the most common, with 4 being a bit rarer, and 5 and 1 ships being the rarest. I can't remember the exact percentages. I'm pretty sure there are exact percentages though, except for very specific encounters like the probes and stuff, where there are, always 1 or whatever. It would be interesting. I don't know. I haven't really got far enough in the game. I'm pretty sure that even when the probes are allowed to sort of live for a very long time, or allowed to be around for a very long time, they still only appear in single units. I'm pretty sure that they don't suddenly start appearing in 3s and 4s and things. Which is, well, I mean, it's not a bad thing really, but it would get a little bit repetitive, and especially probably overpowered as well, because the probes give you a lot of RU, and you start to really. In this playthrough alone, we haven't mined a single resource, and we've already got about 70,000 RU or something. So maybe if you increase the number of probes, it would start to just get too easy. Wow, that was terrible. And I'm hating some of this, just watching it back. I don't realise when I'm playing it. Wow. I don't realise when I'm playing it, but man, it's really bad watching it. Must be frustrating sometimes watching this. But at the same time, so I think the great thing about these videos are chill, nice chill videos. You don't really have to be watching it. It's just it's almost like a sort of podcast sort of thing. I don't know. You can have a podcast with one person in it. Most podcasts I've watched normally have one or two people in it, or at least two people. But, you can have a podcast with one person, can't you? Pretty sure. So yeah, this is sort of like a video podcast. It's like a ramble sort of session. It's pretty good. Whoa, that came in pretty close. Came in close on the Vux Intruders. Those things, I'm pretty sure are meant to spawn near to you, but they didn't seem to when we fought them. Don't know whether that's a bug or just what happens. I'm pretty sure I remember them spawning in close to you being something that they did, but that didn't seem to happen when we were fighting them. So whatever. I wasn't complaining, because at the end of the day, it made fighting them a lot easier, which is pretty good. Which reminds me, actually, speaking of sort of Star Control melee in general, there was a tourney that happened. I think I've talked about this before, but there was a tourney that happened maybe, what was it, 3 weeks ago now, roughly, a bit over 3 weeks ago. It happened on December the 5th or something, and I said that I was on the Star Control forums. There was a thread about it, and I said that I might do a commentary of it. So see if we can do that as well. That'd be quite interesting. A lot of people have done text commentary, but no one's done a speech commentary yet. So we might do that as well, because that's been uploaded to YouTube by someone. I think it's Nuclear. Uploaded a video of the battle between them and I can't remember exactly who it was now, but the sort of Star Control melee champion. It was a good battle, actually, way better than I was. I'm nowhere near good enough yet to enter these competitions. Oh, fantastic! One, it's a dream encounter, really. But no, yeah. So I might do a commentary on that, because it was a good battle, actually. It was. It wasn't like super close, but it was some high quality fighting. The one thing that would have really annoyed me, one of them were using the Mycon, and basically did sort of the classic thing of basically just doing a gravity whip and just sitting there and just firing out the energy balls, whatever they're called. I'm not very good with the terminology, I've got to be honest. But that would seem like a pretty effective way to use the Mycon. Quite difficult to counter unless you have a fast ship to sort of cut them off. So yeah, that actually tore through a couple of the opponent's ships, so that was pretty effective. I learned quite a lot from that, just that one video of how to use the ships effectively. The thing is, though, in this game, the AI is very different to the pro players, so sometimes you can't use all those tactics in these battles. It would be interesting to see whether the AI in this game could be improved. I know there is like a sort of awesome mode in the Super Melee. I've never really been able to tell the difference, to be honest, between the normal AI and the awesome AI. Maybe there is a difference that I'm not seeing, but it seemed to be roughly about the same. But maybe I wasn't noticing something, I don't know. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the episode now. I didn't have to cut anything, it turned out, because we've just been chatting, just like any of these episodes. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time when we fight more Mycon.